No, dude, say whatever the fuck you want.
Oh, sick. Okay, my name's Aestonio. Go by Aestonio. Yes, and then I go by Make Out Tactics sometimes.
Alright, what do you like to do, my friend?
So what I'm doing right now is I'm about to write all my shows because that shows how working I am. But other than that, I like to do everything.
Yeah. Like, explain everything.
Okay. So what I mean by everything is that like I can't focus on one thing. Shut the fuck up! Stop eating like that. You guys are gross. I'm. No, like fuck, man, like.
Should I show Justin that video?
What is your name?
Oh,
my
the
friend?
pupper.
Oh, Ricky.
Ricky, what do you like to do, bro?
What do you go by?
I like to collect records.
Nice Kirk.
I like to collect records.
He's been playing the guitar for like 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months, no, 11 years.
11 years? Pretty good.
11 years.
Oh, that's the Ricky. That's the Ricky you were talking about.
No, different review.
I hate you.
You're an asshole.
Alright, so you are explain like some things that you like to do in your free time. Like what really fascinates you?
What really fast? Okay, so
Yeah.
this is weird, but like
This is a real
I have like a little like I have like a Google Photos album of just like roadkill. Yo, what? but the thing is that it has to be roadkill that I've found. Does that make sense? So like I have to come across it IRL.
So it's you discovering corpses.
Let's not say corpses. That sounds a little rude. Let's say roadkill.
Okay, roadkill.
Yes, but
And that's like fascinating to you.
I find it fascinating.
That's
because
interesting.
They all decompose in different ways, and like the different stages that you find them at. It's kind of interesting.
That is interesting.
Like drawing.
Mhm.
I like music.
How long have you been drawing?
For a while, my family has like art ties and stuff.
In what way?
Like in all ways. Like my dad's a tattoo artist.
Oh, that's fucking dope.
Yeah, he does graffiti as well as like a ton of my uncles. My dad can build damn near anything. Yeah.
That's dope, dude.
He's the type of dude to take like Nerf guns and like take them apart, put them back together, and make them like stronger.
I got you.
Yes.
What's like your favorite memory of you just hanging out with your dad?
My dad. Oh, being in this place in Oakland called the Valley, where it's literally like for miles, it's just like 2-story high, like walls. But it's called the Valley because it's just one long strip of like railroads where trains used to go by, but it's been discontinued, so it's just walls for miles, and it's just filled with graffiti.
That's
and,
crazy.
One of my favorite like memories / like smells and shit is the smell of like graffiti paint.
Yeah.
Acrylic paint.
Nice.
I don't know. It's an interesting smell. But yeah.
That's cool. What's your relationship like with your parents?
My mom was an asshole for like a while, but it's getting better.
That's good.
I'm pushing her to the breaking point.
She
She's where she like has to become better.
No, I get you, man. That sounds very stressful though. Is relationships with
Oh, yeah,
parents,
it is.
especially setting boundaries with your parents and whatnot. And I'm gonna ask a lot of questions, and anything you're not comfortable with, I will cut out.
I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, what in particular has like caused some stress between you and your mom?
Painting my nails. Like music tastes and like the tastes I like.
I
'Cause
get you.
I'm a really weird person. Which
And
I'm
there's
not.
there's nothing wrong.
I'm not afraid to admit
That's
that.
one of the reasons I wanted to interview you. It's not because you're weird in a bad way. I think you're weird in a very cool, not unconventional, but interesting way.
He's being
And-
modest. He thinks you're batshit crazy.
That is disgusting. What's wrong with you? Ew, there's hair on it. Ew, what the fuck is this in the whip?
Slowly turning into the Eric Andre show.
Oh yeah.
Seriously.
That's like one of my fucking favorite shows.
It's crazy. I was thinking, because if I was gonna do this shit on video, I was definitely gonna like do some shit where I take out a pear out of my pocket, start eating it, like just random shit like.
Gotta eat the lettuce.
Yeah, just like very unsettling, but silent. I think that's actually really interesting to me though is that like disagreements we can have with our peers or our family or whatnot can often push us to do things that we maybe previously weren't like set on, or like push us to do things that we were already planning on doing. It's like, well, now fuck you, I'm gonna do it more. I think it's great that you paint your nails. I think it's cool that you have your own like music taste, and you're very, very dead set on being an individual. That's amazing. What was your first experience kind of going into like seeing an article of clothing or whatnot that you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna wear that. I don't care what anyone says.
Well, from like very young, I didn't really have like a fashion sense per se. I had a very like skewed idea of like what matched. For example, when I was younger, I used to think that army matched with red because people died in the army.
Interesting.
That's what made sense to me. I don't know. I was like, it's red. I mean,
No, that's
they're
an
bleeding.
interesting
It's like,
connection.
okay.
I get you.
And like when I was younger, I used to just wear like whatever I had. So I would wear like a lot of hand-me-downs because I had a lot of hand-me-downs from my cousins.
Yeah.
Or I would just go through phases where I just wear like business attire.
Interesting.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed on your Instagram you have a lot of shots of you wearing like very formal clothes and such like vests and like.
Oh yeah, because my fashion changes a lot. I don't really like.
Is it based off of mood or just how you're like fuck it, I'm wearing that today?
Weather, mood. Sometimes I'll like dress like people. There was one time where on my Instagram there's pictures of me dressed up like a prep dude. Like the entire night, like for like let's say an hour and a half. That's excessive. Let's say 25 minutes. That's perfect.
Yeah.
For 25 minutes, I was like on Pinterest and Google, and I'm not afraid to admit I have a Pinterest. I have 200 followers.
I love it.
So, but I was just like researching, quote unquote researching on like different like preppy schoolboy outfits. So I saw.
And just cause you wanted to.
Yeah.
That's interesting. No, I think that's fucking dope. I don't want you to think anything I'm asking is out of place of judgment. It's out of place of curiosity.
No.
And, okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to double check.
For me, it's like I don't really have boundaries per se, which is a good and a bad thing. I'd say. I don't know. Yeah. I don't have boundaries because I don't really like care.
I got you.
So.
What's in what way do you mean you don't have boundaries? Like you share what you want. You say what you want to say when you want to say it.
Yeah. When I want to say it, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. It's just like a way to be more open to different things.
So I'm not 100% sure of what ideal fiction is. Do you want to elaborate on what that is?
Ideal fiction.
It's a long story.
Really good band.
It's a long story.
It's this band we heard about.
It has 7 different drummers.
Yeah.
7 different. That's a great way to put it.
I could help correct
Yeah,
this
bro.
question.
Because we've repurposed the name.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah,
Ideal
that's
Fiction
what
originally was the brainchild of
This is Ricky. So.
yeah. Okay, so of Dustin, Grant, was it Sal too at the time?
I'm probably gonna believe a lot of these names.
Yeah, Sal and Grant, right?
And you.
And of course
Aestonio.
myself.
Yes.
And Aestonio, oh, and Adam I think was in it too.
Yes, Adam was going to be the singer at one point.
Yeah,
He's
that
gonna be
was
the singer,
yeah,
that's cool.
yeah, that was yeah. Interesting. So, anyways, so we came up with the name Ideal Fiction because it was like a name generator, right?
No, so we were going to do, well, I wanted to do Teenage Warhead.
Oh
Because
yeah.
I thought that was a sick ass villain name from fucking Deadpool. And then not everyone fucked with Teenage Warhead. And so we were like, okay, well, let's pick something else out. And then I forgot how I came up with Ideal Fiction, but we just like, we landed on it. We were all sending different names to our fucking like Google Hangouts group chat.
Oh yeah, I have.
I think it was Adam that had like a list of stuff.
That was me.
Oh, was it you?
Yeah, I have a whole Google Doc of like band names.
Okay, so then yeah, so then we became Ideal Fiction because we were like, that's a fucking cool name. And then we tried to be a band.
That didn't go well.
And that didn't go well. Well, because what ended up happening was that, I guess, I don't want to say few of us, I would say I wanted to make a certain kind of music, and the rest of them wanted to make another kind of music that I didn't really like, which was fine.
Bands are hard.
Yeah, totally fine.
And so we decided that it would be a smart idea if we had like side projects. But that side project came to the main project, and then Ideal Fiction started getting like neglected entirely.
100% neglected, unfortunately, to my dismay.
Yeah.
And then,
Which the main shitty thing about that was that Ricky was the only person who was in Ideal Fiction and not in the other side project.
I got you.
yeah.
So he was just kind of sitting idle, like, hey guys, like, when are we gonna do stuff for this thing that I want to work on? And then that
At my house.
Yeah, my house and my equipment.
Yeah.
So then what is Ideal Fiction now?
Ideal Fiction now is the brainchild of me and Aestonio. It's going to be, I guess, it went from being a magazine to a zine. Or we went from a zine to a magazine.
What's a zine?
A zine is just a collection of photos, pretty much, in like
Okay.
a booklet. So to a magazine, back to a zine, because we fucking don't have anything to write. So just to be a collection of pictures, just to release stuff, because we do like a ton of pictures. I have like a ton of, similar to my music, just like a ton of stuff that's just sitting idly, not doing anything.
Yeah.
Just sitting and collecting dust, pretty much. And we were just like wanna just release some stuff.
Yeah.
As well as to be a brand. We're actually trying to figure out we're writing our brand philosophy here.
A brand for what, clothes or?
I guess like a lifestyle brand, I guess would
Gotcha.
be like the best way to do it.
Generally,
Yeah, just like a lifestyle brand.
9 hours of collab coming soon.
Hell yeah.
So what kind of formed the idea of a partnership for you two to create something like that?
Well, we've been friends for like years. So
Yeah.
It's always been like, we've always wanted to have like a magazine or something where we could just like express like how we feel about
Yeah.
things.
I mean, we have been doing stuff together since high school.
Fucking forever.
Yeah, forever. Like we've been. Should I show him the fucking what is that? What is that one? The why would you pay for this? Always dangerous. That
Ew, what fucking...
I'm gonna fucking.
How did y'all meet?
Where the fuck did?
We were in band together. I remember him distinctly because I remember he was playing the guitar in band one day, and I came in early because I was failing band because I'm shit at the saxophone. And so I came in and like I saw him playing the guitar, and I was like, oh fuck, that's cool. So I got on the drums, and then I started playing the drums, and then like after he was done, because everyone gathered around him, he was like, hey, if you're gonna play the drums, please play on beat. And I was like, fuck.
I don't remember
I
that,
was like,
but
what?
yeah. I remember we also had math class with Miss Morrill together.
That's true. I don't remember you in that class though.
I remember we sat next to each other.
But like, I don't remember you in that class.
Damn.
But like,
Damn.
it doesn't matter though, because we're friends now.
Yeah, we're friends now.
But
You still need to be on beat, by the way. That
I have a weird sense of rhythm. I don't.
Do you play the drums still now, or do you play the drums?
Yes
now?
and no. Yeah. Like I have an electric drum set at home.
Yeah.
And I just need to like practice more.
Speaking of which, Aestonio did play the role of drummer in Ideal Fiction at one point.
At one point, yeah.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it. This is when you were going by Melatonin Man too.
Yeah.
We made this. The beat was made
High
like.
school.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So good.
What a joke.
Yeah.
Needs to be flossed.
Oh fuck! I forgot about that shit. The flock. Ew.
What
Where's
is the
Eric?
flock?
There's that word. Kind of real comfortable on me.
How do you feel right now?
I fucking hate. I'm still shit in music, but that
What do
was
you mean you're still shit at music?
like I feel like I can be better. I'm like,
That's everybody.
Yeah, everyone can be better.
yeah, but that's just like, oh god.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
We were. That was what? Junior year going into senior year. That was the summer we were going into senior year.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I still feel like I can do it.
Well, no, I feel it. I have projects I have deleted. I have literally called my distributor and was like, you need to delete this or I'm going to cancel my subscription. Like, it's just shit like, it's always weird to like, especially when you're growing as an artist or anything, it's always weird to look back at stuff you made and you kind of cringe at it. But like, that's necessary. Like when you start to do anything, it's going to fucking suck. But you have to do that. That's essential. But
That's why I release music on like SoundCloud for a while.
Mhm.
With SoundCloud, you can delete it and it's gone, quote unquote.
yeah.
But yeah. Plus, I was just not interested in like paying money to release stuff.
Yeah.
So, but now I'm older and I work, so I can like do do fun stuff for myself.
No, I
so
get
now
you.
I release music, like, on a platform and stuff.
I get you. I know you dropped some stuff where it's more, you told me on the car right here, where it was like, just some like 4 a.m. freestyles and shit like that.
That was one project.
That was
The rest
one
of my
project?
stuff is just like, because there was a brief period of time where I stopped releasing stuff on SoundCloud because I was like, this is going nowhere. And like SoundCloud is becoming a cesspool, so
Yeah.
I just had like a whole like shit ton of like random shit that I made, and like my style of music was changing a lot
Mhm.
because I don't really stick as the same person. I'm a very different person than I was in high school or middle school.
Yeah.
I mean, well, there's some parts that are still the same, but but I was just changing as a person, and like for example, I liked weird stuff. Like from a young age, I didn't really like. I listened to like Black Eyed Peas and like
Yeah.
Michael Jackson a lot, which is very mainstream music, but
Nah, nothing wrong with it though.
mainstream.
Got him.
Got him though.
Lit.
I mean, you got into early Black Eyed Peas though. That shit's lit.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't get into
like
early
pre-Fergie Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah,
That's just
yeah.
crazy as fuck.
Yeah, but I didn't get into that until like high
That's
school.
ouch.
Yeah,
Pre-Fergie Black Eyed Peas. Sorry, continue.
No, you're right. That's like fuck Fergie for like fucking them up and turning them pop. Because when it's with pop, they were just like.
Well, that was the
It's not bad.
I mean, yeah, there was.
Tonight's gonna be a good night, man.
That's a good song.
Tonight's gonna be a good night.
Yeah, most of their electronic stuff, I really enjoyed that. Plus, it was just like my mom didn't like it when I listened to music that had cursing in it, so she like sheltered me from it a lot.
Yeah.
I listened to a lot of gospel music, which is funny. Well, when I was younger, at least.
Yeah.
Which is funny because now I'm highly not religious.
Yeah. Did you grow up going to church a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking hated it.
Dude, I did too. My family was part of like, I don't know, the founding, I don't know what they called it, like a founding community or whatever. Basically, we like helped set up like one church, and then I volunteered at a musical theater that also housed another church. So I've had like a very weird relationship. I'm not religious really at all, but I've had a very weird relationship with religion. It's also weird that you meet so many people who've grown up around religion and they realize it's just not for them.
Yeah.
And it's weird to see how people, I don't know, it's impacted people in so many different ways. Like I have people who are like, I loved it and all that. I hated it. But did you enjoy it at all, going to church or no?
It was fucking boring.
Yeah.
My mom was the type of like person like if you go somewhere you have to learn from it. So every time we went to church, my sister and I would have to take notes.
Oh, fuck that.
What happened in it, and like after she would be like, okay, so what did you learn? And then we'd have to like recite
Damn.
what we like learned in church.
That's
so It
crazy.
was just a fucking tool.
Yeah.
But other than that, like I don't know. My dad was never crazy about religion either. He's a funny guy. He believes in Bob Marley.
What the fuck? Where's this going?
He's a prophet.
Yeah. But like for him, it's more of not the person, but like what he stands for. That he
I know
believes in.
you. Yeah. Like
And, like,
unity of people.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I think that's dope.
But like, I don't know. But where was I going with this?
And you're talking about you grew up listening to gospel music.
Oh
It's
yeah,
weird.
and I don't like.
Yeah.
I'm not Christian or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so much stuff has happened in like life in general that like it makes it hard to like believe in.
Yeah. No, I understand. Get you.
People would say I strayed, I guess. But
I hate that thinking though. It's like no, you really do believe in God. You're just pretending like you don't. Or
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's like
No, it's like, I don't see it.
yeah, dude. That's a lot of churches, and the same stuff with a lot of like hardcore atheists. It's like, are you really like do you really believe in God, or are you just pretending for money? Like it's just both sides kind of don't see it fully on the other person's side. But so you grew up listening to gospel music. When was your first experience listening to something outside of that, something explicit?
it was more around my dad because he would let me listen to like explicit stuff. He would curse a lot, and that kind of like that sounds stupid to say it affected me, but
No,
but I remember I used to go to this school called Sierra Christian Academy, and it was a private school. And I remember there was one time this girl like pushed me or some shit like that, and I said something with the word piss. I don't know why, and then like I got written up, and then my mom beat my fucking ass.
Oh, sorry.
Beat the shit
Yeah.
out of me.
Sorry.
And then nothing to be sorry about. I know. No, it's in the past. Like, no. But yeah. And then she was just like, "Why did you say that?" I heard my dad say it.
Yeah.
So,
No, that was it. Mostly is what was growing up in a religious school like?
that was really bad. I think I was worse in Christian school than I am in public school. In Christian school, you could say I was in a quote-unquote gang.
Mhm.
Which, it wasn't a gang, it was just my friends and I. We would, this girl, she was an asshole to us, so we would just like low-key pick on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We all wore uniforms, so it was almost like, yeah, like we're in the same thing together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Christian school was just weird. It was really big. Because it was a church and then a part-time school. And they actually moved the school from the church to another area.
Interesting.
So yeah,
And then when did you make the switch to public school?
I went to this school called North Country, and it was like an elementary / middle school because I went there for 6th grade and then I transferred over to the RJUHSD. Yeah. Yeah, that district. But before I was in like this, it was like Citrus Heights bridging into Antelope.
Oh, okay. I got you.
But yeah,
That was good. Okay, when did you come up with the idea, not come up with the idea, but when did you get the idea to like start recording your own music and start expressing yourself in that way?
I've always like enjoyed music for like a while, but it started with me like downloading an app on my phone and then like quote unquote making beats because I would just like put different shit together and I'll be like, that sounds cool. And then as I grew up, I was like, this is stupid, it's too easy, and it doesn't make sense to like make something too easy. So
You equate ease with lack of merit or lack of work?
that and like it just doesn't feel like a challenge anymore.
I got you. So I'm guessing you like to be challenged when you're creating something.
I mean, yeah, I'm always like, the cool thing about like FL Studio or even Ableton, I'm not really learning how to use it, but like from watching like Ricky, because he uses Ableton.
Yeah.
From watching him, it like helps me understand more. But in high school, I use Photoshop a lot, and those platforms, you just keep learning. And so there's no way you can ever stop learning. That's why I find it interesting.
Yeah, and I think it's cool that there's no real wrong. There are ways to do it where it sounds like shit, but there's no actual like wrong way to do something.
Yeah.
Which is always interesting. What was an experience you had like creating something where maybe you thought it sounded wrong, but other people like fucked with it, or like someone fucked with something and you're like, no, that sounds wrong or like fucked up.
Well, the type of music I make is fucked up. It's like,
In what way? What do you mean by fucked up?
because like it's not a very like simple sounding type of thing.
When there's no like start to finish, it's not like a basic sound. Kind of thing.
Oh, okay. So like in terms of structure,
there's
a lot less.
Yeah, the structure of it is like fucked up.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to put it. Because like I like to say I make experimental music, but it's really just shit that doesn't make any sense. I sample like a lot of weird shit from YouTube. So like I'll look up like unsettling videos, and I'll get a whole playlist of videos that they're just really weird videos. I've sampled like 911 calls before.
That's really crazy.
Yeah, I've sampled like just small inflections of a person's voice. So if the person will, I'll sample that and like I'll turn it up.
That's
or
really cool.
Mute it down or stretch it out, and you get like different sounds from it.
Yeah. No, that's dope, dude. I noticed you like to I do the same shit, but you seem to put yourself down a good amount. And I don't mean any like disrespect or anything by it, but I think you're like a really like crazy talented dude. And I think like do you find it hard to give yourself
Credit?
yeah, credit or praise?
I don't know. It's like I don't want to like seem like yeah. I think it is hard to give myself credit sometimes.
Just are you afraid of seeming like egotistical or full of yourself?
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it. I don't know. Like credit is weird if you're giving it to yourself.
I get that.
I can appreciate that I've made something that I find interesting because I wouldn't release something I think is shit.
Yeah.
You know? But giving myself credit is weird.
No, I mean, I think it's weird for everyone also to put something out that feels very expressive.
Well, you would think that, and then there's like fucking people out here that are like, yo, like make sure you check this shit out. Like,
Yes.
I did this.
I
Like,
fucking hate that.
Yes.
everyone check this out. Make sure you check me
Yeah.
out.
I'm the kind of person who does shit like that, but at the same time, I'm like, holy shit, don't hate me. Like, I'm just trying to like put
Well,
something
okay,
out there.
and I think there's a fine line between like just trying to promote yourself. 'Cause everyone's
Yeah.
trying to fucking make something.
Yeah.
There's a difference between trying to promote yourself and like just fucking shoving yourself down people's throats.
That's accurate. No, completely. I was gonna say. I was thinking. Sorry. Maybe we'll get back to it. Oh no, I was just gonna say, dude. Like you've done so. Like you're fucking learning already. You design yourself.
What helps?
Well, what? Yeah, help with it. But that's your drawing, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah, like that's crazy. Like, and I don't know, seeing something. What's it kind of? What does it feel like to see like a manifestation of something you made?
I don't know. I get bored. I get bored and do stuff.
Mhm.
I didn't bring it, but I have like a whole black book, and what I do is like I fill it up and then I give it away to friends.
Oh, okay.
So I'm on my second one because I gave my first one to our friend Adam.
Mhm.
But on my second one, I just like I'll get a black book, fill it up with drawings or weird shit.
Yeah.
In the first one, there were like flower pressings, or there were like
fucking crushed up bugs and shit.
yeah,
That's
I would smash moths into it so they would
Nice.
be flat and I'd take them down. Or there would just be like weird ideas, like drawings or ideas or clothing ideas.
Yeah.
And just like whatever I'm thinking about. Because if I don't like put it into one source, then it'll end up like on something else.
No, I actually can really relate to that. I find myself surprised every time I do an interview. There are sides to people I don't expect once like coming out, or sides to people I don't expect relating to in a certain way. I find myself always bored. I'm partially homeschooled, so I do it like online or whatnot. But like it's I find myself bored and lonely like all the time, and so a lot of the way I cope with it is through music. And I get really fixated on like creating something or whatnot, and you just told me like you're bored a lot of the time, and you find yourself like making shit, which is crazy. Like to me, that's like I didn't think a lot of other people worked in that way either. Do you find yourself boredom is weird in terms of inspiration? Like it honestly can make you think. Do you think boredom makes you more spontaneous, or do you think it makes you more do you think it makes you more like chill and laid back?
No, it makes me more spontaneous. I'm the type of dude to like. It sounds so bad, but
No, dude, you're
I've
good.
cut myself out of boredom.
What do you mean?
Like physically cut myself out of boredom.
God damn.
Because I get bored and like, or I'll get like antsy.
Yeah.
I'll get like Ricky knows, like he likes coffee a lot.
Yes.
And so we'll go to coffee shops. Like sometimes I'll get coffee and I'll get caught like a really bad coffee highs where like I'll have a surplus of energy.
Mhm.
And there was one time I was in theater, like which was like maybe 2 weeks ago, or
Mhm.
maybe 3 weeks ago. I was in theater and I was doing this improv scene, and I literally threw a dude on the ground.
Damn.
Because we were doing an interrogation scene.
Yeah.
So I like threw him on the ground.
How'd that go? What was the aftermath?
It was great.
Okay.
It was great. I apologize, obviously.
Yeah.
'Cause even though I'm like spontaneous and stuff, I still feel like remorse.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Because there was one time, because I've been in theater since high school. In high school, I did a scene and I almost slapped the shit out of a girl.
Oh, damn.
Because the people, not because I was just like,
No,
the teacher was like, really get yourself into it. And
Yeah.
the scene was, I was a Southern interrogator, and this girl, she was a Southern girl. She's like, oh, I didn't kill my
Yeah.
husband or whatever, and I'm supposed to be coaxing it out of her.
Yes.
And I couldn't do it, so I almost slapped the shit out of her.
Damn.
But
No,
I
that's
did
great.
it.
No, you didn't.
I didn't.
That's,
I stopped
that's,
us. I was
that
like-
is-
I remember that.
that is crucial. That
I
is
remember
essential.
that.
Yeah, I like stopped and I'm like, holy fuck, what the hell is
Yeah.
happening? So,
He's a method actor.
I was gonna actually
Let's
ask
look
that
at it
is
over.
also weird. I didn't know you did theater. I did theater for a very long time too.
Yes.
Weird. What's your relationship like with onstage acting? Like, do you love it, or do you find yourself doing it just because that's something to do?
it's another way that I'm to like release energy. That's like, I don't know. I really enjoyed it because like while being in class, like you like saying no is almost like a sin because
Yeah.
like ideas are expressed and are taken differently.
Yeah.
So people may like it, people may hate it, people may have other opinions, as in like you should do it this way and it would be better. And I enjoy that criticism. I think criticism is good because I perceive things a different way than other people perceive them.
Yeah.
So if I were to, it would be like living in a vacuum. Like I would just like only hear my own thoughts and see my own like, oh, I think this is cool, but other people are like, you can do it this way and it'd be a lot better.
Yeah.
So
No, dude, I think that's dope. What what kind of plays or have you done musicals or do you just like to do plays or?
I don't limit myself to what I do. It's just like what I happen to be in. And in theater,
That's
in high
cool.
school, I was in 2 or 3 plays. I was in this one that we held at the school where it was about like dreams and shit. So like I played with this dude where, you know, in dreams where like things go horribly wrong.
Yes.
Like so there's a sequence where the dream was I was the main character and I went to a dinner party and like I was just the worst. I was helping with the dinner or whatever, and like I took some dish and I just straight up broke it, and everyone started hating me. And that was the scene.
That was the scene. Not
That was the
not
scene.
yeah. I got you. I got you.
But that was just my character. I was just like the dude that people hated for like, you know.
Do you I was actually kind of placing on my next question is do you like when you're acting, do you like to be another person or do you see yourself imitating another person?
I like to be another person. I like to be a person that like, as stupid as it sounds, I think an unhinged person is always the funnest.
No, 100%. I don't think you're that stupid at all. I think it's a very fun and liberating feeling is to play someone without rules.
So, going back to what Dustin said about method acting, I, like, as weird as it sounds, sometimes I'll, like, structure how I act in a certain day or certain period of time based on, like, what I want or, like, what I think is interesting at the time.
I get you.
So, as stupid as it sounds, when Joker came out, I was very fixated on Joker. So,
Yeah.
there was this, like, moment in time where I stopped eating and, like, I limited myself to only classical music.
I got you.
And it was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I almost got to a breaking point.
I was gonna ask what spawned that kind of chain of actions to do that, and then two, where does your I guess sense of self-preservation kick in?
I don't know. I can make myself do a lot of things because I think that being able to control yourself is like one of the strongest talents ever. Like, I really enjoy like the Saw franchise because of people being able to, well, you know, obviously it's fiction, but people often like, you know, taking into their own hands that they're going to free themselves. I find that interesting. That's like a very interesting thought, and I feel like being able to endure pain or endure like different situations really like changes a person.
No, it does.
So being someone else is very interesting because you have to physically change yourself or like mentally change yourself in order to act or become that person.
I get you. That's actually very well put. I was going to ask, do you find yourself, trying to find the right way to put this, but when you're trying to be another person, how does that, man, I'm trying, sorry. I have like 50,000 questions I'm trying to ask, and they're all going into one, but, oh, yes, okay. So, what was your favorite role?
My
Play
favorite
ever.
role?
Yes.
Like, do you mean, like, what do you mean by that?
Like when you were in a play, or do you do short films at all, or do you?
Yeah, I have with our friend Adam. There's this one scene that we did where he had a topic / like guideline that he wanted to go by, which was constricting everything to one room. So what we did was we went to this park that had this weird bathroom where it was just the toilet, the sink, and it was in a square. And being in there, we did this scene where there was no dialogue at all. It was just merely action. So what it was is, if you picture this is a landscape scene.
Yes.
I'm walking, and then I walk into the bathroom, and then it's on the sink, and like I'm washing my hands vigorously, like I did something, and I'm like, I'm like, oh, fuck, like I just did this. So I washed my hands, and then after that, I like dropped the knife because I was holding the knife. Because supposedly I stabbed someone.
Yeah.
So that happens, and then like I'm walking in a circle in the thing, and then once I do that, the door jangles as if someone's trying to come in. So I get freaked out, and then like I grab the knife again and I go outside, and I look outside and no one's there. I look around the corner and I come back inside, and then I'm washing my hands again, and there's blood on my hands again. But I didn't call me this time.
I got you.
So it's just weird.
What's that? What's that? That's got to feel very interesting. Trying to put yourself into a state of paranoia, then put yourself in a state of like fight or flight, and then put yourself back into a state of calm and like tranquility. What was that? What was that like to you, like to get to that point? How do you get yourself to get to that point when acting?
Well, I don't know. We have experienced all of those things. It's kind of, just channeling what I've experienced. I know myself, as in like I know like what I'm like when I'm calm. I'm calm right now.
Yeah.
I know myself when I'm paranoid. I get paranoid when like if I get paranoid enough, I'll start having like dreams about it. I've had a dream before where like my mom and my dad are divorced, and so my dad has a girlfriend, and I was paranoid that she didn't like me. So I had a lucid dream where I was there and they were like just fucking interrogating the shit out of me. It was the weirdest feeling ever, but I knew that was like what made me paranoid.
This dude's expressing something very personal. Y'all fucking beating each other up.
No, it's not even personal. I don't care.
No, you're good.
I
bro.
know all of this already.
No. You're good, bro.
Oh, no, what about the fucking scene that we did with Adam? Deadweighted yourself on top of me.
Yeah, okay.
Deadweighted.
We did this one short film that was supposed to come out, but it never did. It was basically Dustin was like the serial killer, and then I was the dude that ended up getting killed, and Adam was what was Adam's role in it?
The drug dealer?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, is this the short film that I tried to do the sound for, or is this a different one?
No, yeah, this is the same one. This is the same one. Yeah, the one where it ends, and I was like, oh, you should put this in there, and you did it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I feel like it never came out anyways.
No, yeah.
Because like Adam said he didn't want to look at it. He was like, I don't even want to see it.
I wanted to come out, or I wanted it sent to me, because I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I liked it.
Doing the sound for it was fun.
Yeah, but in it, basically, my care. Where were we going with this?
Oh, I was asking you. Oh gosh, damn. Fuck.
Because
One sec. I was asking you, how do you get into a state of paranoia, and then you said it's all things I experienced. Oh, you're paranoid about your about your.
I remember that, but why were we talking about it?
Oh yeah, you just brought it up.
That makes sense. Well, that was very fun to do.
Yeah.
We did that one before the bathroom.
I got you.
So yeah, but in that one was very fun. I played a character where I was kind of just a lonely dude buying cigarettes, like me cool. And then after that happens, I like get fucking murdered by Dustin. And in it, you don't see me get like murdered or whatever. You just like I walk under a bridge and you see him follow me. And then the end clip is him like literally holding my body and then throwing me on the ground, and then straight up just like opening my pocket, taking the cigarettes I just bought out,
Yeah, and
smoking them, and then he puts one out on my fucking jacket.
That's metal.
Yeah, I have a jacket that fucking has a fucking it's
A burn hole, yeah?
Yeah, it's a
Damn.
burn. And I think that's so cool.
And I didn't know how fucking heavy Aestonio was gonna be, cause like the scene where I brought him, like we had to go around with the shrub, and we were like fucking like.
No.
We were like murky ass like area though.
Yeah.
It was like swampland, dude.
And it's, you know what's crazy? It'll never exist anymore because
Yeah,
they're
they
creating
tore
that
it down.
bridge.
They fucking tore it down.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
it's like this like private property and shit. And you have to go under a bridge to get there. And so we're over there, and like I like picked him up, and he was on my shoulder, and I like walked around the corner, like calling him, and I fucking dropped him on the ground, and it's just like me like searching for his pockets, and I pulled out a pack of cigarettes, the one in his butt, put one in my mouth, light it, and I like smoked it, and then just like ashed it on his fucking jacket, and then the credits.
Was that improv or was that all directed?
It was like mine and his idea. Because we were like, what if we? The whole like film was like, what if we did this instead of this, and what if we did that?
I got you.
Which is like one of my favorite ways to work.
I was gonna say that's probably a really fun way
was.
to create something.
I don't know if that's considered improv, but like
It's something.
It's like, I don't know, you're just like, you get to really like see how things, that's the good thing about film too, is like, with music, like, you're like, obviously there's editing with film, but with music, obviously, like, you're like, you make the instrumental, or you find the instrumental, and then you rap over it, and then you edit it, and then you get to see how it looks. But with film, you're like in this fucking moment, like right here.
Yeah.
And you're taking this video right fucking here, and based on how like the things behind you look, or what everyone around you is wearing look, or time of day, or whatever the fuck, like that's what's gonna base like a lot of the shit within this like one scene.
No, I get you. I think that's one of the cool things also about theater is it's like one of those weird art forms. It's literally like a lens or a slice of whatever the time period of that storyline is, and then there's literally that weird feeling of like, have you ever been in like seen a play and then you're like, I could literally just go up on stage, slap the shit out of them, flip your scene.
I've thought about that so many times.
All the time, bro. All the time. I'm like, you know, I could literally just bitch slap this person.
I went to a play at Sierra, and we're like sitting there, and like we're watching it and shit, and like one of the dudes who's in the play, he comes down the aisle, and he's like doing this fucking like monologue, whatever the fuck, like while he's coming down, and I was like, dog, he's just fucking like tripping right now.
Literally,
you walk out
could.
to go to the bathroom and shoulder check this fool, and like you would hear him go like, oh, like on the mic or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's so crazy to me.
It's so wild, and it's also a weird part that's like there's no, I guess, written. I mean, there's like obviously like human decency and whatnot, but honestly, like if you did that shit, the show would still go on, and so they'd have to find a way. Literally, they'd have to find a way to make that like canon in some sort of way, and then they'd have to move on with the scene. I find that so fucking cool.
Or like sometimes when like people fuck with their lines in a play,
yes,
and like the other people go along with it,
yes,
like it was like fucking part of it. Like,
yes,
it's so crazy to me.
It is crazy. Damn, bro, like that's. You've given me one of the coolest interviews I've ever had. And honestly, like I don't even think. I don't know, man. You just literally just saying what the fuck you wanted to say, which is also great. Is I feel like I
said I could.
Yeah, no. That's my point. I've interviewed a lot of people who kind of feel the need to censor themselves or whatnot, and that's just not the what I'm looking for anyway. And the reason I asked you to, I kind of told you for the most part in the cards. The reason I asked you to do this interview with me is because I find inspiration. Not so much through the art of everyone, but as the actual artists themselves. I find a lot of inspiration in people and and their experiences and what they like to do in their mindset and whatnot. And you know, I only had like a couple conversations with you through text, and maybe just that first time we're really talking, having a good conversation. But like even through what I've seen you do as a musician, or seen you do as just a performer, a person on the internet, is very inspiring in a way. It's like, wow, he's really, like, it sounds stupid, but like, it's like, he's really just fucking doing it. Like, he's being what he wants to be. There's nothing, almost unapologetic, which is something that I find very necessary as an artist or as a performer in any way. You have to be unapologetic in your pursuits and in your projects and whatnot. So I want to say thank you for being Aestonio, and thank you for just doing what you want to do, and whatever art form or whatever thing you want to do. Do you see yourself doing like acting more, or do you see yourself doing music more?
That's the problem. I can't really like.
You can do either.
I know. I enjoy doing so much stuff that it's almost hard to focus on one thing. Like there have been times where I'm like, I want to work on music right now, but in that moment in time, I'm really like within art, like drawing and shit like that. So I can't make music properly.
Yeah.
Or I really want to draw at that point, but I can't think of anything to draw because I really am in that music sense of mind.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say that I just want to do one thing.
Of course.
I really want to do that. It's not boring.
No, and honestly, I find it so weird we're fed this idea where it's like you go to school to learn one thing, and then that's like your specialty. That's what you do, and you just do that for the rest of your life. I find that very interesting. Like I like to do everything. You like to do pretty much everything. Like I find that awesome, and the fact that you're, I don't think there's anything wrong with at least the struggle of trying to find a way to not compartmentalize, but find time to do all those things to the best of your ability. I think it's actually a great way. Like the best way to learn how to do something, I think you said earlier, was like to do it. You know.
Yeah.
And so.
That's how it's. Yeah, I think a lot of people just like talk.
Yeah,
about it.
a lot of people hypothesize or like come up with just
Which really no
random shit.
disrespect to people that do that. So
No, but-
you wanna like think about it for a while, you can. But like,
You learn from doing it. You
yeah,
really do.
yeah, no matter what, if you're doing it like successfully or like non-successfully, you're making progress either way.
Yeah.
Completely. Is it okay with you if I direct some questions towards Ricky?
Go ahead.
All right, cool. Ricky,
Yes.
what is your name?
I'm Ricky.
Is Ricky? What do you like to do?
Stupid. Change your name.
Change my name.
Wait, hold on. Ricky, are those Apple earbuds?
Yeah.
Don't you
With
have a
their
Samsung?
Android phone?
Yes. I've had these for a while. I mean, they're like the old ones. You know what I'm saying?
Not allowed, buddy.
Dustin?
Talk to Hector who has AirPods for his Android.
Dustin, do you want to?
But
Vibe check?
I'm not taking part in it.
I will not be taking part in the vibe
Don't
check
bring your
today.
generic memes.
Suck. Okay.
Like edgy memes.
So what do you? I know you play guitar. You're part of. You were part of Ideal Fiction, and now you're part of Ideal Fiction.
yes.
Rebranded.
Yeah.
Rebranded.
And what? I don't know, man. Like, what drives you to create?
I don't know. I guess like similar to like Aestonio, boredom. I guess I also just have like a lot of creative energy, and sometimes I just get like strong feelings of like needing to create something. There are times where I just like I'm like at school, or maybe I've like watched a movie or something, or I've watched like an interview that's really inspiring, and I just feel the need to create it.
Yeah.
It almost like it calls me.
Yes.
In a sense.
Do you get the feeling of feeling like antsy to the point where you want to do something?
Yes, all the
Yeah.
time. That's yeah.
And then you have, so explain to me, I understand it was a zine, magazine, now it's back to a zine, and now it's kind of like a lifestyle brand and whatnot.
Yeah.
What do you see, like, explain to me what a Ideal Fiction, like, drop or project or whatnot, what would that look like?
That's what we're trying to figure out still. So we're creating what's called a brand philosophy right now.
Right.
We're doing what's called the 20-20-20 method, which is 20 questions. Oh no, 20 words, 20 questions, 20 answers. So we pick 20 words. Those words can be literally anything. Black, Supreme, Tyler the Creator, golf, like any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Anything that sort of inspires us or makes us want to, or stuff that we want to implement into our own work. And then, so we write down the 20 questions. So we already have our 20 questions. We're right now in the middle of the questions and answers process as to why we chose those items, to sort of figure out all these pieces to sort of make a cohesive brand that is our own unique thing. Because similar to how Quentin Tarantino makes movies, where he takes movies from different places, time periods, eras, and basically makes his own genre of movies.
Yeah, you want to create your own genre of, like, media.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, pretty much our own, in that sort of aspect, where we take all the things that we're inspired by and sort of make it our own thing.
That's
And
really
how
cool.
it
No, I think that's really, really, really dope. Explain it, so are you trying to, like, let's say, do you see it more as like an art project? Do you see it kind of as like a business, or is it like somewhere in between that?
I would say somewhere in between that, because I feel that it's kind of shitty to say, but I feel that at this point, art is at least here in the States is some sort of business.
Oh, of course. I mean, I think that's just America. It's
Yeah.
just being like, well, you can do what you want to do, but how are you going to live off of it?
Exactly.
And there's a lot of you kind of can't do just one thing and then expect to like be competitive, especially and that's one of the coolest things though, is like you can push yourself to do multiple things. Like artists can't just rap on, like
Yeah.
you can't just rap. You should at least know how to manage yourself in the smallest way possible. Maybe know how to produce, maybe know how to mix and master. Just different ways in order to like find an edge. What are some ways you see yourself, and well, the two of you see yourself, I guess, branching out into your form of expression? I know you guys do. You guys take a lot. You guys use like photography. You guys use fashion. You guys use music. Are those? What ways do you plan on like expanding those into the zine or into the art form?
Well, I think that, well, at least with my photography, I feel that, like, For me, music is everything.
Yeah.
That's just, I don't want to sound like every sort of cliche musician because I feel that it's just sort of like run-of-the-mill, sort of very basic about it.
Yeah.
But for me, my music, not just what I make, but the music that I consume, inspires pretty much just about everything that I do.
Yes.
And I feel that that bleeds into my art, including like the zine and stuff, and that I feel that using, like kind of like how you said, rappers just can't rap. You have to have something else that you do, and I feel that as a producer musician myself, I don't think that holding myself down to just music is viable. I feel that branching out into these sort of things will make me just like a better, I don't know, like an advocate for my own art. Because before Joji was big, we all knew him as Filthy Frank. I mean, that's like what he was known as.
Yeah.
And now, because of
He did a complete 180.
and because of his popularity in that's how we know of his music.
Yeah.
I mean, he was making music while he was Filthy Frank, and it was
Pink Eye.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, there was
Pink Eye.
Pink Eye, but there was also his other stuff too, which was like the stuff that not like if you were like Aestonio and I, we were
Chloe Burbank.
huh?
Chloe Burbank.
Yeah,
That's
like
who remember.
yeah.
He had a label called Dead Purple.
I remember that. Yeah, yeah. Aestonio and I kept up with him huge because we were huge Joji fans when we were in high school, and I guess that's a lot of the inspiration for us too. Part of our inspiration at least is because of that sort of being more than just Filthy Frank. There's more than just that.
Yeah.
And obviously that was the way that he found his music. Same thing with Tyler the Creator. I think that he was more than just a rapper. I mean, now we all know On Future and we all know Golf.
Yeah.
I think that's sort of where we're the direction that we want to go to.
No, I think that's really cool, man. I don't even know, man. I find the pursuit of self-expression to be one of the weirdest and most interesting things people can do. Is finding, like, you can vomit up a bunch of information about yourself and people still wouldn't know shit about you. Like, there's a very big difference between being vulnerable and then just saying a bunch of things. Like, and I think that's what's cool about art is it's kind of, you can be as vulnerable as possible with just a piano. Like, you can really explain who you are just through a sound, which is weird. And I don't know, I just think it's really interesting that y'all have found so many different ways and so many different pursuits to express your feelings, express your vision, express your life through that. And so, I just want to say thank you guys for doing the interview.